this is Kenny Clark, and this is Lombardi's Bar.
This is one of my favorite podcasts to do.
I'm just, blessed and thankful to be a part of this podcast. It's a great podcast. It's a great interview.
Maybe, I know that you guys, obviously being the best Packers podcast that's out there.
I had Malort this weekend, so I'm not tasting anything.
Oh, good
He did.
God.
He did. That was fantastic.
Because they said, "Did you ever try Malort?" And I said, "No." And then they said, "Do you want to take a shot of Malort?" I said, "No," but I did.
Wait, who said
It's called
Peer
Todd.
pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to get in a high honest English class once, and they called my parents and were like, "Hey, just tell him he can't do it."
It shows. It really shows.
I hate you guys so much.
I'm going to throw these two guys into the screen so that if I die, they can carry on the legacy of crap that is this show.
Just when I thought that I was done, they pulled me back in. We're back, everybody. Lombardi's Bar, by some curse of a monkey's paw, some sacrifice of a virgin over a open lava pit, we are back. Yes, beautiful degenerates, Jay, are back. Welcome in, everybody, to Lombardi's Bar. I'm your bartender, Dan Kotnick. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here. We are ready to talk some Packers. We have obviously a lot to catch up on, a lot to talk about. We are ready to jump into it. The whole entire Lombardi's Bar crew that you knew, you loved, you hated their guts, are all back. Matt Pickett, producer Pickett, is behind the scenes on the ones and twos, on the wheels of steel, running everything. But maybe almost as importantly, Todd Varney and Jimmy Christensen are also here. Boys, it's nice to finally talk to you again after a whole year. Todd told us he was done with us. I didn't hear from Todd for maybe a solid calendar year until Todd was like, "Hey, I know you two are busy with jobs, raising families and everything, but I've decided to finally settle down for my nomad life. Would you like to come run this this YouTube show for absolutely no money and take time out of your busy schedules to do all of this again?" And Jimmy and I were both like, "Yeah, fucking."
Yeah, it took both of you guys 30 seconds to reply.
I thought you died. I was celebrating like a
Me or Todd?
Wizard of Oz. Not you, Dan. I knew you were alive. Todd, I was like, "Oh yeah, he's dead. We're good." And then he popped up.
It was close a couple of times, but yeah, no, I put the bat signal out. What was it? About 11 o'clock one night. Just sent the message. You guys want to get the bar back together, and it all kind of came together.
It was pretty quick. It was pretty quick. It's pretty quick after that. I will admit there was a conversation that I had with my wife right there,
Kelsey?
where I said, whatever kind of happens moving forward into this year, I'm probably done like doing any kind of like YouTube stuff. Like I'm probably just like anything that happens, like it's probably just going to be like podcast stuff. And then literally, I think it was like within the next 48 hours, Todd was like dangling the little bag of YouTube cocaine in front of my face. I was like, "Yeah, of course." Just put it right into use my Cardi B, and I'm just like, put it right there, baby. I need it. Daddy needs his fix.
That was the same with Des. Right when I told her, she's like, "So you're not taking a break from anything?" I was like, "Well, not anymore, I guess. We're thriving."
Did you blame it on me again?
Oh, of course I did. Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Todd, it was.
Yeah.
You don't know how many things in my life have been shouldered squarely on you to take all of the heat off of me.
Yeah, I got a pretty good idea. What you guys aren't the only ones in my life that do that to me, so it's fine. Pretty much every one of my friends who's married is like, so just talk to Todd, and turns out we've got a thing again. So Yeah,
I
no,
thought this show was-
happy to fall on that sword.
I thought this was going to get off the rails pretty quick in the pre-show, Todd. I saw quite a bit of chess going on, and then all of a sudden Dan pops up, talks about sacrificing a virgin. I'm like, we are going in strong.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I lost a couple of buttons there during the pre-show, but I sewed them back on quick. We're good. We're good.
I got you.
Anyway, Todd, yeah, you've yet to meet your newest your most recent offspring.
Yeah,
that
what did we
came
name
into
this one?
world. This is Elsie.
Elsie.
Yes.
It's a girl, Todd. Just
It
heads
is
up on that one too.
Just in
Yep.
case. Yeah.
Terrific. I must have been on the road and missed the post when that happened, or you just threw it over. Did you put that on your True Social, Dan? Is that where you were posting the family
of
these
course.
days?
That's the only place I post now is Truth Social.
He commented right under Trump's thing about taking away funding for anybody. He's like, hey, by the way, I got a new baby.
Anyway, guys, we are I don't know why we're not even fast approaching. We're fucking here. We are. I know we said we were gonna try to tone down the F-bombs when we came back anymore, but
As long as I'm not the first, I'm cool.
no, there we go. We are here. The season is here. We are officially in the season. We've got the first preseason game coming up on Saturday against the Jets. Let me ask your opinion. Family night this past Saturday. Are you a degenerate like me who watches every second of that broadcast, start to finish?
Jimmy?
Yeah, I plan to be. For sure. Preseason.
Jimmy, it already fucking happened. So
family night. I was sorry. I thought you were
watch
talking about. Yeah, I blanked out for a second. I heard preseason.
So did I. I thought he was talking about this weekend.
I was talking about.
You said preseason.
I said
I started reading comments, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I ignored a little bit of what you said after that.
Talking
Anyways,
about
I looked
the
at-
preseason.
I looked at Jimmy. It looked like he was listening, and I was like, "Cool, I'll
I
let him
wasn't.
take this."
The first
Yeah.
preseason game is coming up.
Yes, it is.
But we just had family night.
We
Yes,
did.
The
Yep.
unofficial start of the season.
Yes.
Are you guys degenerates like me who will sit and watch literally every minute start to finish of that broadcast of a 2.5 hour Packer practice broadcast?
Jimmy, I'll take this one.
Okay, thank you. I'd listened that time, but yeah, go ahead, Tom.
No, I didn't. I didn't watch any of it, Dan.
Okay.
I don't think it makes you a degenerate. But
What's it make me then? It makes me something. I felt
passionate, Dan.
Dedicated.
Passionate. I like dedicated too. That was
it
good.
feels like a bastardization of the
Passionate.
word passionate.
You're a passionate fan.
Passionate.
Okay.
I like it.
A
I
top-
was with you. I did not watch the full 2.5 hours. I watched probably hour and a half. And I tweeted it out too of like, I was happy that the Packers are streaming it again because I am a nightmare during games. I can handle questions from my lovely wife and children for like 30 minutes. And then after that, I'm like, I'm going to my office to watch by myself. So family night gives you a really good chance to like take questions, answer what's going on the game without having them see their dad get way too emotionally invested into a game that does not affect their life at all. So I appreciated it. It was good. It is the glorified practice, but yeah, I watched like an hour and a half. I'm not as much as a degenerate like you. I'm just like slightly addicted. Can recover. You're gone for sure.
I was so bad. I downloaded the WGBA, which is the NBC affiliate in Green Bay's app, on my Fire Stick so that I could stream their live feed of Family Night on my Fire Stick because I don't trust the Packers app for streaming Family Night. It's the stream of Family Night.
It wasn't good.
No, the stream of Family Night on the Packers app is garbage. You need to go straight to the source, WGBA, NBC in Green Bay. That's where the money's at. That is where if you're out of market, you don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to put your credit card in. completely anonymous, just like on Truth Social, and bam, you're watching Family Night. And start to finish, I watched all of it. And Jimmy, I'm with you though. I'm worried this year coming up. Howie is already at the age where he's getting to the age where he's asking me every time we're watching sports, what's happening? What's that? What's that? What's going on? What's like every single time.
I make curious critters. What can I say?
Yeah, you do, dude, and I hate it so much. I can't go 2 seconds without Hadley or Winston asking why, and it drives me nuts.
Right, and I'm like, I can put up with it if I'm watching like a baseball game, a soccer game, like something that like the stakes are like super low in it. But if I'm sweating out like fucking Packers Lions, like on a 4:00 like game, and it's like 17-16 going into the fourth quarter, you're on your own, Howie. Like I'm not here to help you.
Figure it out, nerd.
That's
Yep. No, I'm that same way. Hadley even called me out on it this time. She's like, "Oh, you're watching it in the house?" I was like, "Yeah, this doesn't matter. Like, once it matters, I am not here. Like, I love you guys dearly, but for 3 hours every Sunday, your boy's gone, and you were just with mom.
You're not in the car with the windows up.
Well, my office is like in the garage. Like we have a little thing above the garage, so I'm always like, "All right, guys, love you. See you later." Sometimes I'll watch like the first quarter if it's an easy game. But after that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love you guys, but you are so annoying right now. I gotta go.
Yeah, same. I deal with that a lot too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
I think it was like 8:00 on Saturday.
Grandma
night,
Joan
like,
asking you a lot of questions.
No, not usually. It was like 8:00, and I was like, "Oh, it's family night. I wonder if I'm not going to turn that on." It was my exact thought process. There's Twitter. It'll happen.
You missed about 15 minutes of conversation between Wayne Larrivee and Larry McCarron trying a cheese curd for the first time,
which is insane. That makes no sense.
Insane to the point. Far be it from me to call Rock a liar.
Oh shit.
Maybe this needs to be my pay the tab.
I'm gonna change my pay the tab to you.
I'm sorry.
Calling our boys liars.
You're coming here and telling me Larry McCarron has never had a cheese curd? No chance. There's absolutely no chance. That was completely staged. It was all bullshit. I refuse to believe Larry McCarron's never had a cheese curd.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe it.
I don't trust that weird laugh he just did, Todd. I don't trust it at all.
I'm gonna have to clip this and send it to him. Just let him know Dan's calling him a liar.
I will. Hey, friend of the pod, Wes Hodkowitz. We can bring Wes on. And
we can all agree Dan's always had a problem with facts, right?
Expand on that.
His plans every year on January 6th speak for themselves.
I miss this so much.
On that note, how about we get into our first buy around? Who are we going to buy around for here, guys? The first buy around in nigh on over a year. Todd, who are you buying around for?
I'm gonna buy around for Hall of Famer Sterling Sharp. About time, finally got in. Long overdue. It was great. I thought his speech clearly, not the most entertaining speech that's ever been there, but a guy that I think he spent 3 seconds talking about himself, and everything else was about everybody else that was there. Standard, what you expect from Sterling Sharp.
His I was thrown a little off guard when he brought his brother up and was like, "You're gonna be the first Hall of Famer with 2 gold jackets." I wanted to see that interaction if like he was actually going to try to put that second jacket on him. He didn't. Kind of ruined it for me. But no, it was a good one. And like you said, it was literally about everyone else but him, shouting out all the coaches, players, and all that stuff. It was cool. And I'm no offense, Todd, I'm not as old as you. So I don't get to remember the Sterling Sharp days, but it's always great to have Packer Hall of Famers. So it was cool to watch.
Yeah. Sterling Sharp was right on the edge of my recollection as a fan. But it is to see where they ended up now, and to say like, oh, Sterling Sharp, Shannon's brother. And they're like, like that one?
Instagram Shannon?
Like the one who's nearly punched Skip Bayless like 5 times.
I'd give him another gold jacket if he did that.
It's just Sterling. I know. I'm sure. Like it's a media thing. It's a bit and everything for Shannon and everything. It's clear that like you see anything between the brothers, they absolutely would die for each other. It's amazing to see anything between them. And then it's even when you go back and listen to Shannon Sharp's Hall of Fame speech, mentions Sterling so much. And they basically just tried to enshrine each other in each other's moments. So yeah, it was really cool to see that.
It got me a little teary-eyed when he brought up his grandpa and the dad when they passed, and was like, I was trying to be strong for him. I wouldn't let myself cry because of him. And then Des looked at me too, because she knew it. Ever since kids, dude, I'm a softie. And like, especially seeing like grown men cry, I cry all the time. And so like I saw that and I was just like trying to hide, and she looked at me. She was like, I know what you're doing. I was like, okay, Des, shut up. Yes, they got me. It was an emotional one. It was it was a good speech. Yeah, I'm a sucker for that stuff.
All right, Jimmy, who are you buying around for?
Yeah, I'm going with the new darling on the defensive line, and it's not actually a player, but DeMarcus Covington, just the new defensive line coach coming in. The big thing for him, last year, our defensive line was not great, and we had a lot of padded stats because we played teams like the Titans, like the Texans, who just had an offensive line that did not know how to block, so we'd get a lot of sacks in that game. The Bears, and that'll probably continue this year, but having him come there, and we've seen out of all the players, like Van Ness has been, you can't go a day without seeing a tweet of like, oh yeah, Van Ness was there with the sack, and he's going against the one. So like people are going to say like, well, that's not a good look for the offensive line. We know what we have in Zach Tom. We just extended him. He's on the other side. We know what we have in Rasheed Walker. He's a solid starter. For him to be able to beat those guys like that, I think he said he was battling a hand injury. Nick Perry wore a cast. Get over it. But he having him in there and being able to make splash plays, and you've heard stuff. Kenny Clark looks like he was a couple years ago. Rashawn Gary's Rashawn Gary. So just seeing, especially on the reports, just the defensive line kind of stepping up, come into play. You got to give a good amount of credit to a new defensive line coach, because they were not great last year. So it's a good sight to see. So I'll buy him around.
Yeah. I don't know that comparing somebody to Nick Perry is.
Hey, he had 13 sacks one season. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Was that a contract year by chance?
He's trying to get a 5th-year option, dude. He's doing great.
Yeah.
What did he get too? 13 sacks, and didn't he get like 13 million the next year? Just a sack, million per sack.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm cautiously optimistic about what's going on with the DeMarcus Covington rebrand and the defensive line. I just feel like we heard this when Joe Barry took over. When Joe Barry took over, Kenny Clark, close friend of the pod, Kenny talked about how I've never seen the defense play like this before. We're gonna shut a lot of people up. The run defense is gonna be, crazy. And what happened? They had Preston Smith out there playing in pass coverage. Like, no, I need to see this in real life, real action, under real fire before I, honestly can, actually believe it. So
I'm only buying him one drink. It's not like the whole bar.
no, that's fair. That's fair.
No, I'm with you though. It definitely has to show during a game.
I'm excited about Rashawn Gary because I feel like we got a lot less offseason workout videos from him this year. And every year it would be like 3 or 4 of those would come out and be like, dude, he's gonna be unstoppable. And then he would come out and play half the snaps and like have a
Play
couple
with the
of
club
pressures
on his hand, and yeah.
So
Do you think
moving,
we
it,
see
moving
that,
in silence?
Do you think we see a bigger snap count for like, especially Rashawn Gary, just like the top edge rusher? Because I feel like compared to other top guys,
Well, yeah, I'd hope
he's
so.
always been
He's
minimized.
getting paid like it. He's getting paid like it, and he's getting a snap count like he's
Wasn't he under
I don't know.
60% last year?
Yeah. I think he was literally under 2. He was playing less than 2/3 of the defensive snaps last year.
Joe Barry played him more when he was coming back from an ACL. He's like, dude, you're up there.
Joe Barry played him
90%.
more at corner when he was coming back from an ACL. Are you kidding me?
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, I'm gonna buy around. I'm gonna stay on defense here and buy around for Bo Melton. It's gonna kind of sound like a shitty buy around here, but kudos to you, Bo, for making the switch in the pros, because that sucks. You came in drafted as a wide receiver. I know everyone's like, well, the metrics say he should have been playing cornerback when he was in the draft.
Once again, Dan
I
disagreeing with
understand.
facts.
But he's been playing wide receiver. He's been trying to, that's everything he's been learning and doing is wide receiver. And they're asking him to make this switch, and God bless him. He's taken it all on the chin and, been a team player. But I'm buying you around, Bo, because to me, this spells the end of Bo Melton in Green Bay. Because, buddy, you don't switch positions your 3rd, 4th year in the pros like this. You definitely don't switch positions, and you sure as hell don't switch sides of the ball and all of a sudden become an impactful player and automatically start to stick around more. To me, this seems like a dead cat bounce kind of thing of like, we don't want to get rid of Bo Melton because we have so many wide receivers, but let's throw him at cornerback and see, give him some time to see if we can figure this out. And it's grasping at straws, and I don't care how many all the things like Bo Melton's looking great. Bo Melton's doing this, guys. It's practice. Bo Melton, the cornerback, is going to be an absolute panini on the football field in real game time action. He's going to be toasted.
It's going to be a delicious sandwich.
He's going to be crisply toasted. You don't make this switch in the pros like that and become automatic. He's going to become a bit like an impactful player. He's not going to be your 3rd, 4th cornerback on this depth chart.
Well, he wasn't going to be your 3rd or 4th wide receiver either. I think for him,
I
think for him, them coming and asking him to be a corner gave him a chance to stay on this team, because as a wide receiver, I think he was gone. I think now he's showing some versatility. He can be down on the depth chart on defense and be a special teams guy, which I think he's going to get more snaps on defense than he would on offense.
No, I'm with Todd. I think there's
okay,
not a lot of.
Then I'm wrong. Then I'm wrong.
You're screwed now. No, I just think there's not a lot of players, even in training camp, that the team. It's a kudos to him. there's not a lot of players that a team would trust to even switch. At that point, they're like, we're just going to cut you, bring someone else in. And I think right now, I think someone put in the chat too, like this is their chance. He was a good special teamer. Like, hey, let's put him on defense. He could improve there. To support Dan, a lot of those clips that come out too, like we have to remember he was on the offensive side of the ball. He does know a lot of mannerisms and play calls that the offense is going to do. So it's going to be easier for him to read that stuff. When it goes, it's going to be a real thing. I'm like, if he can do it in a preseason game, we can get excited. I still think he has a chance to be on the team solely for special teams because that has been such a garbage unit. Even though we're paying Richie B like a top guy, it has not been great. So I could see him still making the team, just being a really low depth piece. If he's in there, it's like a Falcons in the playoffs. Like, well, you guys had a good run. But
wouldn't you rather keep like a fourth or fifth middle linebacker or like a Baron Sorrell as like a fifth edge rusher? Like,
well, there's no chance Baron Sorrell's going to be gone. We spent a 4th round pick on him.
I know, but what I'm saying is like I would rather have those guys be contributing on my special teams than Bo Melton. You're gonna keep Bo around because he made the commitment to switching to cornerback. Like,
yeah. Like, if he's a good special teamer, yeah, you want to keep him. I don't know, like
a guy that's been in the building that knows how to be a pro over a day 3 linebacker. That's if the only reason you're going to keep a late round draft pick is defensive for special teams.
Yeah, a defensive player. I don't care what the thing. Bo Melton has spent 4 years not tackling anybody.
I don't need a cornerback to tackle.
You need a special teamer to tackle.
He did fine last year.
Boom.
And if you're a gunner too, it's a lot of it's contained. If he's fast enough to get around and can be that tackling guy, it's great. But I don't know.
Go tell that to our gunners in the last five years.
You got to think like the chances of them. I don't know, because a 4th string linebacker, probably a good chance to keep on your practice squad and to call up when you need them. Bo Melton, from what he's shown as a competent, not a good, but a competent wide receiver in a pinch, or even obviously not much at corner yet until we do preseason games, but his chances of staying on your practice squad, not as likely. So they got to play that game too on who do you think you have a chance to bring back. It's the same problem we're dealing with the running back room with like the 2nd and 3rd running back is you got to figure out who's going to be practice squad. So I don't know. I think there's a reason to keep him. I will not be shocked if they cut him and just say, hey, you tried. Kudos to you. Not a lot of people can say they switched, but I also like an underdog story. So I'm going to be blindly optimistic on this.
I'm just saying this isn't Disney Channel, man. Like this doesn't happen. This doesn't work.
He doesn't need to be like a starting or even your nickel or dime guy. Like that room needs depth. That room needs bodies, and a body that knows how to be a pro is not something that's plentiful in that room right now.
But you can find bodies that aren't Bo Melton. Bodies are there.
Unless we're bringing back Rasul Douglas, I'm cool with Bo Melton. Just let him be.
I think Bo Melton gives them more than they would find in any other first-year cornerback that's available right now.
There are guys.
Rasul's not a first-year cornerback, Jimmy.
Oh, first year. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not listen either. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
there are guys. You could get guys out of the UFL that were playing that you could bring in that I would trust over Bo Melton playing cornerback.
That's a wild statement a little bit.
I don't think so. Smarter than everyone with the Packers. That's incredible.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. At this point,
maybe Russ Ball's just been on vacation and they were like, his contract.
This isn't a Russ Ball decision.
His contract's already figured out. We don't want to mess with the numbers. Let's just let it ride out and see where things fall.
This isn't a Rust Ball decision. This was Matt LaFleur. This was Jeff Halfley. This
Goody
has
was
nothing
probably
to-
involved too.
I think if it turns out to be a bad decision, it was a Richie B play the whole way.
Yeah, we'll blame him no matter.
It's always anything that happened that was bad.
I might change my pay the tab to him just for the hell of it. I had a couple. I went on a good couple of months. I forgot that guy existed.
It's always shocking when you come back into training camp and family night, because like especially if you're watching the family night, Bisaccia is all over that place, and it's just he's kind of like the alien from Signs, and you're just like watching, and then like all of a sudden there's like Rich Bisaccia like running behind you, like
maybe give him less to do and let him focus on special teams more.
Less to do, as in nothing, as in why is he still here?
Because doesn't he have the like assistant or associate head coach?
Jason, I would take Eric Stokes over Bo Melton any day. Eric Stokes is a cornerback.
You know who else is available?
Back.
You know who else is available? Future Pro Bowler Kevin King on the market.
Yeah, he's there.
Bring him home. Bring him home.
that would be a pick.
All right. Let's jump into our pay the tabs here, Todd. Before you add 4 more people to your tab, who needs to pay the tab?
I'm gonna go with Milwaukee Sports Radio.
All right, I'm very interested where this goes.
Yeah,
ESPN Milwaukee.
Okay, is
this
another Mark Shimura bit?
He's involved in it. I mean, because he's there. I will never say a bad thing about Alex Stroud.
No.
I will shit talk his employer forever because ESPN Milwaukee is full of some of the worst takes there are. And then you all between them, you've got Bill Michaels, Homer. Like it's a bunch of people that half-ass pay attention to anything and then just come in with the dumbest takes all the time. And they have the ego of somebody that has like a nationally syndicated sports talk show. Like it's Milwaukee, guys. Like chill out. No one's listening. Relax. And maybe don't constantly talk shit about the home team.
Okay. Do you have is there a specific example? Are you
the stuff right now is mostly Brewers related. Where like, they've been the best team in baseball for a month and a half. The record, according to the record, just the last couple of weeks, but they've been the last 60 games on fire. And if you listen to sports talk radio, you would think that they're in the middle of the pack at best. And the same thing happens during Packers season is they just, regardless of how the games are going, the team sucks. So I'm just over Milwaukee Sports Talk Radio.
Well, we saw that firsthand a couple years ago when they had whatever the hell his name is show up with a Rodgers jersey.
Rodgers.
The fucking no name from Wisconsin.
Yeah, whatever that douche is. That had him show up.
What was his name, Todd? You said it.
Ben Brust.
Yeah. He showed up in the Rodgers jersey, and then the next year had Matt LaFleur. So last year had Matt LaFleur sign it, and Matt, like, he could say, "Oh, it was here last year," and he could Matt like, "Okay, I don't know. This is a weird situation you put me in." Yeah, it's just you can see them go full kind of Skip Bayless, and it is weird. ESPN let go of Skip Bayless for a reason. Dude's crazy, but ESPN Milwaukee has gone full just clickbait, let's say stuff to try to be annoying. It's worked for them, I guess, in some regard. Like we're talking about them. I'm sure other people are annoyed, but it's a weird business strategy to just try to piss the fan base off for your success. But here we are nonetheless.
Yeah. I prefer the Fan in Milwaukee, where you can find Andy Herman, Pack a Day Radio. Jimmy, who are frequent guests on Pack a Day Radio with Andy Herman?
I'll be honest with you. Unless it's me, I do
It's
not
you
know.
and me, dumbass. I was trying to give you and me some free publicity.
Listen, dude. Unless it's me,
hell?
I don't listen. It's a great show, but I don't listen much besides me. But I'm glad you're there too.
Jimmy. I also don't listen to every single one, but we are guests on the show multiple times.
I didn't know, Dan. I'm sorry. That's on me. Dan and I are guests a lot. We're frequent guests.
No,
and
Jimmy,
it's great.
don't take that. Dan put you on the spot completely unexpectedly.
No.
How were you supposed to know that he was going to ask you a relevant question to
your
a thing
own
that
life.
you do?
To your own life.
Totally
experience.
blindsided.
Yeah, that's on me.
Who possibly
Dan's
could
on
have
there a
thought
lot,
of this?
and it is great. My bad, dude. Yeah, what? And like Emma said, you gotta prompt me on this stuff.
Jimmy, who's your pay the tab?
Speaking
of on the spot.
I went with Robert Mays and Derek Klassen of the Athletic Football Show. And I do need to say, they do a great show. And this is it is before Todd scolds me. It is a dumb pay the tab. But for me,
I expect nothing less from you.
thank you very much. This season, going into last year, I had high expectations. We had injuries. Last year did not go according to plan. This year, I've been trying to tell myself, make the playoffs, anything can happen. Robert Mays, a Bears fan, so I already don't trust him that much. And then Derek Klassen are very high on the Packers and giving a lot of praise. And to me, we did the best season when we were under the radar. Jordan Love was new. No one expected us to do anything. And to me, bad juju. Just let us kind of be that wild card team. They're giving us 14 wins, 13 wins. Let us be a little sneaky because I don't want to get my hopes up as high as I did last season and then be a little disappointed. I'd rather be pleasantly surprised. I hope that we do that well. We have a tough schedule. I think we can. But it's anytime I hear the national media like kind of promote the Packers or sing the praise, I get a little not pessimistic, but paranoid of like something's going to go wrong. It's Wisconsin sports history. I get a little worried. So Robert Mays, Derek Klassen, I appreciate the praise. Tone it down a little bit, especially as a Bear fan. Part of me thinks that you're trying to reverse jinx us. I don't like it. But I guess I hope you're right. But again, I said it's a dumb one, but I was hoping to have a little more under the radar, being a wild card team that got knocked out in the first round. But if we have those expectations from other people, I guess it's not a horrible thing.
I mean, we've got 6 games a year. The target's on our back, regardless of who we are and what we look like. So I think at the end of the day, like that's 2 guys that I've definitely heard of before. Their opinion goes a really long ways.
I could tell before the show you were singing their praises.
So your problem is people like us too much.
I get worried at that point. Yes. Well, think of like the 2011 season after we won the Super Bowl. Everyone's like, oh, we have a dynasty. We did not win anything after that. So I get paranoid if we
did win 15 games that year.
Did we win the Super Bowl?
Do you think that's because some podcasters said that they were going to be good?
Listen, I'm a person that
genuine question.
To
not
quote Michael Scott,
being an asshole.
I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. And I wear the same stuff every game if we win. I like the underdog thing for some reason. It's a dumb thing. Doesn't impact anything. I'm sticking to it. But yeah, and also coming from a Bears fan, I don't trust it. I don't know, man. Like I said, this is a dumb one. I have no regrets, but thank you, Emma. I prefer they just kind of let us be a little bit. No one supports it. All right. Piss off, guys.
Yeah,
sounds like Jimmy is picking the Bears for the Super Bowl based on this.
Fuck off. This is my first one of the season. I hate that Todd's last on it.
You had it in there early today. You had all day to think about it, and you still thought, yeah, that's the best route to go.
Do you think after I type something, I think about it afterwards?
I don't think you think about it.
I had to check the document
Dan,
both times I did a pay the tab by the round.
Yeah. I'm going to continue my streak of assholery here. Maybe I'm maybe I'm making my pitch for ESPN Milwaukee. I'm having the Green Bay Packers pay the tab. The team itself, the Green Bay Packers, because I'm a humble man, salt of the earth, right?
Sure. Yep.
You guys know that.
The fan, yeah.
I came from humble beginnings in the heartland of our country, Mac country, right? Same alma mater as future Hall of Famer.
Don't even know.
I just completely blanked on his name. I was in the middle of a train of thought and I've completely blanked on his name. Who the hell is Carl Brooks? Oh my God. That just ruined everything. Yeah, no, it's great. Look, I went to a Mac school. Okay. I'm used to all of the stupid kitschy shit that comes along with a football season, right? Which usually involves, hey, look at this wacky uniform combination that we have coming up. And I really didn't expect it out of my NFL team. The jersey this year, okay, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Doesn't butter my biscuit, but to each their own, right? But the helmet, the bleeping helmet that is airbrushed to look like a old school leather football helmet.
Would you rather they were out there in regular leather helmets, Dan? Mr.
No.
CTE?
No, I'd rather them just be in the regular old fucking helmets.
I love the helmets.
Are we bringing these out to play against Southern Illinois at homecoming? This is Green Bay, and we're dressing these people up like they're going to play on the Big Ten network at noon. This is embarrassing. The helmets are embarrassingly bad. They suck so hard. It was so cringe. I've never been that embarrassed by anything the team has done. And this team has done some like really terrible, like boomer things on social media before. When I saw that was the helmet, I was like, no, I'm done. I know I might not even watch that game because they're awful. It's terrible. That's the kind of shit, like I said, you get out of a Mac school or something. That's not what you do here. I'm sorry.
I really like the helmets. I thought they were really cool. I like the airbrush of the leather. Obviously, they're not gonna go as you want into real leather, Dan. But I don't know. Like the jersey are what they are. Like I don't care about the blue.
The jerseys are fine. That's whatever.
I thought they were well. Obviously, it is what it is. Like I thought they did a really good job with the airbrush on the helmets. The players were excited. It got Romeo Dobbs to smile, which is like almost impossible to do, and he was excited about him.
He smiled.
He smiled. That's hard to do, Dan. I don't know. I really
smiled on our podcast. It's in our intro video.
That's because we're amazing.
He was trying to be polite.
We are like as amazing as those helmets.
I like the helmet,
guys. I really don't think.
Or maybe he just smiles at things that he feels bad about.
He's like, "Oh, this sucks, guys."
Oh no! What did I do?
I really don't think the players like him. I think they're putting it on for show. I think they could give two shits what they're wearing, and I think that they have to be like, whoa, like, did you guys see this? Like, hyping it up for the camera.
Yeah, well, it worked on me, dude. I like them. I do think this is an ESPN Milwaukee segment for you. Not that you're as bad as them, but just being a little too negative.
Well, if I was Mark Chimera, I'd tell you to put your leather helmet on and then go cheap shot somebody in your leather helmet.
Hey, Hadley and Winston better watch out because they mouth off to me. I'll give them one of those.
All right, guys. Before we move into some position battles that we're looking forward to, as we move into first week of preseason, the rest of training camp here, we have to remind you guys something very serious. You just can't. I can't do it seriously.
You can't take the Broncos lightly,
Can't take
guys.
the Broncos lightly.
Can't take
guys.
the Broncos lightly. Yeah.
It's
That
too many teams
that
do it.
line.
Yeah.
Just I've thought about that line sitting in this Google Doc. And that Google Doc has been sitting on a Google Drive for like 18 months, untouched. And just that one line of they keep mentioning, just don't take the Broncos lightly every single week.
It's just highlighted too is my favorite part.
and it's
the
highlighted.
one line highlighted.
It's the one thing
Can't-
highlighted.
Can't
I
take the
forgot-
Broncos lightly.
I forgot all about it until I opened the doc today, and I was like,
Yep.
"That's true. You can't take the Broncos
You
lightly."
can't.
Oh
I
my
think we
God.
started it because they're damn good now.
Yeah, you're
We
Lombardi's
did
bar bump.
start that.
Yep.
We did start
Add them
that.
to the list.
Yeah. Kingsley Kiki. Oh,
Kingsley
R.I.P.
Kiki.
on that one.
Kings and Kiki. We got Kenny Clark, the new deal, and we turned the Broncos around.
We got Joe Thomas into the Hall of Fame.
And we
Yep,
did get Joe
that's
Thomas
us.
into the Hall of Fame.
Elton Jenkins, all pro. You're welcome.
And new contract,
Yeah.
which we all said he was not going to get, famously.
Uh,
Yeah, that was not great. I think I predicted him to the Bears, and then a week
I
later
did.
he was re-signed.
Which, real quick, before we get into the position battle stuff, shout out to Preston Smith for basically saying, like, I'm not going to the Bears just to fuck over the Packers.
I don't want to ruin your.
No, is
think
that
that's a
is that
fake quote.
fake? Yeah,
That's a
damn
fake
it.
quote.
Yeah.
I even thought about that as I said it. I'm like, well,
Any-
did that actually get
anything
said?
I
Social
see
will
that-
get you, dude.
Anything I see that's on a
Ah,
graphic
God
that
damn it.
came from Facebook,
I know.
I'm like,
I
that's not
know,
real.
I know.
Not a
I
chance.
should have. That's my foul, guys. Coach, I touched the ball. That's on me.
yeah.
Damn it.
I love
Damn.
that it's you the first time.
What
All right,
position battles are you
position
guys looking
battles.
for?
Let's
Yeah,
go.
what are you looking forward to? What are you looking forward to, guys?
I'm excited to see Bo Melton in the cornerback room all year.
Actually, is that your pick?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think he's excited to see the cornerback room as a whole.
somebody
just Bo
somebody
Melton.
has to step forward in that room, preferably like two guys.
Yeah.
Because even like I know Carrington Valentine, his rookie year was like a sweetheart story. I don't know that he took a step ahead last year, and so this year he really needs to show up. Hobbs is going to have to stay healthy and be out there, and I think Nixon wasn't as bad last year as people made him out to sound. But again, I think he needs to move ahead again this year as well.
Yeah. Hobbs, it sucks that he already had the minor knee procedure. So like and I don't know how much we've seen him anyways. And Corey just put in the chat too. Bring Ballantyne back is good. Adding that kind of not sure vet, but like a veteran into that room. The quarterback room is
So
going to be
sure
fun to
about
watch.
if you're so sure about Bo Melton, why bring back Valentine?
The other
That's
gunner
gonna be
spot,
That
Dan.
takes
Shut up,
snaps-
dude.
That takes snaps away from.
You
From
know
Bo
they
Melton.
have more than 4 cornerbacks on a team, right?
It's good. It's going to be fun, Dan. All right, let us enjoy this. One thing I want to watch too in the cornerback room. I know he's technically a safety.
It's going to be a
So-
dumpster fire. Going to warm my ass at that fire.
That's fair. I want to see Javon Bullard, what he does. I know he's a safety, but last year he got a lot in the nickel spot. We've seen some things from camp, which is I've never been a person annoyed by like releasing footage of camp before, but I feel like there's a lot of like negative stuff going toward Javon Bullard. And even Matt LaFleur came out today and was saying like he's doing a lot of really good things. He's at safety. And even if he's just in the box, but if we put him out there in the nickel, seeing what he can do, there's a lot of moving pieces in that room to just kind of see what happens. So I think the cornerback, as much as I hate to give Todd credit, is a fun one to watch.
I mean, they keep showing videos of like him getting torched down the field. I love to watch him in the box. He's watching that guy get in the box and just the way that he will just smash it in the box. Incredible.
What else? Besides like the jamming, what else do you like?
He just gets wet when he's in there.
He is a sweaty guy, I've heard. My thing, I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with the running back room. Emmanuel Wilson's down.
I thought you just went with safeties.
Yeah,
no,
I was just see Javon Bullard.
Well, yeah, but he plays nickel. I was trying to play off you, Todd. I'm going to a new one. Segueing. Sorry, let me talk about Javon Bullard getting wet in the box. Let me continue on that.
I'm with producer Pickett here. Getting Cox in the box is always nice. Yeah,
that's a plus. I hate all of you so much. I'm the running back room. Obviously, Marshawn Lloyd's out. Emmanuel Wilson hurt his knee. Chris Brooks is one that was going to be a question mark in. There you go, Kate. It was going to be a question mark into the year. His biggest thing, and Herman talks about it a lot, is his pass pro is probably better even than Josh Jacobs back there, which being a third string back is going to be kind of your way to the team. And then we signed, I can't pronounce his name. It starts with an A from the 49ers back there. So that running back, exactly. Something like that. Watching them battle it out. But Chris Brooks, this is really his chance to kind of, as much as I hate it, because I really do like Emmanuel Wilson. He was a cool story a couple of years ago.
Please put a little respect on his name. That's Chris Badass Brooks.
My bad on that. Chris Badass Brooks. Seeing if he can kind of carve himself a third string spot, because I think either one, Emmanuel Wilson or Chris Brooks, if they get cut, are not going to be on the practice squad. So you're really going to have to choose which one you want to keep going on forward. So that's my thing to watch outside of Javon Bullard in the safety position.
In the box.
Marshawn Lloyd listed above Chris Brooks on the initial 2-deep roster.
Yeah. It's called the depth chart.
I know, but I come from a broadcasting background. We called it a 2-deep, so.
Oh, counter to your argument.
I didn't realize we were doing a professional broadcast here.
Todd, I don't just.
Jimmy,
I don't.
As Jimmy cracks his third drink of the show.
Just in the middle of it.
I got excited. I thought we were gonna have an argument. I had a crack open.
Pickett, clip that.
I mean, you couldn't. I don't know if we could have scripted and timed that clip out better if we tried it.
My bad.
I'm a huge Marshawn Lloyd stan, so I really am hoping for big things out of him this preseason. So as much as I do love me some Chris Brooks, I just
want to see Marshawn Lloyd play. I want to see what he looks like.
You got one snap last year. Was that good enough for you?
No, not even close.
I am interested in seeing what happens on the pass rush. And I understand that your starting spots are set, right? Like that it's Lucas Van Ness and Rashawn Gary, right? But what are you going to get out of guys like Baron Sorrell, Aaron Mosby, Kingsley Keke, or not Kingsley Keke, Enigbare. Kingsley Keke, no longer with us.
There's bar bump though.
R.I.P.
To the Packers, at least.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Organizationally.
Or life. I don't think he's in the NFL anymore.
I was just concerned he wasn't.
Matt, producer Matt, check out what has happened to Kingsley Keke. Make sure that he is not shuffled off this mortal coil. No, I think everyone would have to agree that one of the highlights of the draft in Green Bay was Baron Sorrell getting drafted to basically kick off day 3. Like that was almost about as cool as what happened with Matthew Golden in the first round. You know, like in terms of what it meant for him and what it meant for the people that were there, like the moment and things like that. That was awesome. And it's at a position that you could argue outside of wide receiver, the Packers probably have to have an impact player just as badly as they do at wide receiver. They've invested clearly a lot with the 2 first-round picks that are starting. And now you've got guys like Cox, Mosby, Sorrell that are trying to take snaps away from them, push them. You know, like we talked about earlier in the show, we want to give Rashawn Gary top pass rush snaps because he's getting paid like a top pass rusher. He needs to produce like that. And you've got a lot of these young guys behind them. I'm interested to see what they're going to produce with DeMarcus Covington. Does that click for the new guys faster than does the old vets? Who knows? So it's going to be something that I'm very interested to see what happens there, because if the pass rush can get figured out for this Packers defense, this team becomes immediately dangerous.
Well, and that is going to help Bo Melton at corner as well, or
Of
anybody
course.
or anybody else that's at corner. Having a pass
Or my
rush,
dead grandma at corner when she
I mean,
inevitably gets pulled into play, because apparently we just need bodies.
We need pros, Dan. Your grandma, well, she's a pro, but we saw a pass rush get a team that had Ladarius Gunter playing cornerback
Right.
to the NFC Championship game. If you've got a pass rush, it's going to help out that cornerback group so much. And that's, I mean, between, like you said, the amount of stock that they've invested up front, they have to get something out of it this year.
I think that, yeah, exactly. I hate that I'm agreeing with Todd so much. But last year we saw
with me, Jimmy. It's my position group thing. So you're agreeing with me ultimately. Don't worry about that.
Well, that's a good way to think about it. I agree with Dan. Thinking though about the pass rush, if they can get there, like the cornerback room without Jair last year was solid. Like they did their job, and we saw week after week we couldn't get pressure. So even if we don't become a top rushing league in the NFL or rushing team in the NFL, like that's still a big improvement from last year and can help out that team. As Todd said, Bo Melton at corner, but it has to show some kind of life, because whether it's Sorrell or Cox or Enambare or just a solid pass rushing unit, or we see, was it Colin Oliver? He hasn't been able to practice yet because of a hamstring, but a lot of stuff around him is he is a really good situational rusher, just bringing that speed around the edge. If that's where he plays, there's a lot of pieces. And I think that's what we've seen a lot from this defense is there are a lot of pieces there. It's just trusting Halfley and the position coaches to put them in the spot to kind of bring it home. So I hate it because it sounds super cheesy as a Packer fan, but like we've said this since Joe Barry was coordinator, since you brought him up, Dan, during the show, but we've had the pieces. We invested heavily into this defensive unit. It has to come together. And Halfley showed last year they could do it. Hopefully this year with a new defensive line coach, it becomes a full defensive unit, not just him kind of ultra braining the scheme back there.
Yeah. Matt, that is right. I thought he was just not doing his job.
Is this a Mandela effect?
And I was trying to look. Like there's literally no news stories or posts about Kingsley Keke after he got signed by the Cardinals.
Do you think he's the guy that tried to fight Matt LaFleur after they released him?
Maybe. His last Instagram post was from December 20th, 2021, talking about being kings of the North.
Did we kill him?
I don't know.
Did Matt?
Maybe.
Producer
Matt
Nick
did.
hasn't been on probably since 2021, so could have been him. I don't know.
Yeah, there's literally nothing about Kingsley Keke at all.
Impressive.
Guy just fell off.
Maybe
the
he
face
didn't
of the earth.
exist ever.
Maybe Kingsley Keke was just the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna try to
note,
find our episode with Kingsley Keke and find out that it's been wiped. It's
It
just
was
gone.
On. Yeah.
it's just us talking to nobody.
90% of our
comments-
shows.
The comments are just like who the fuck are they talking to?
It's like Fight Club. We're just talking to ourselves.
Incredible.
Well, guys, how did it feel to be back in the bar?
Felt good. My ass grooves are still in the stool. That was nice.
That's a plus. I missed that background to Todd. I missed.
I was curious
missed more
if
of
the background was
stripper
going to
feel.
come back or not.
Yeah, it was still here.
Dan's tile work. No, it was good to be back, dude. I missed this. It was a long year. It's fun.
Yeah, we're gonna be back every week. Same schedule as always with the rest of the season. 9 p.m. right here on the channel.
8 o'clock Central for
8 o'clock Central,
the
9 p.m.
non-elitists.
9 p.m. Eastern. 7 Mountain Time.
Yep.
6
o'clock on the
Pacific.
West Coast. There we go. Yep.
And then is it like 3 o'clock in Hawaii? That would put it like
Honestly, at
12
that point,
o'clock in England.
They should not listen. If we have to start doing that math, it's not worth it.
In Australia,
11 o'clock in
probably
Sydney. 11 a.m. in Sydney.
11 a.m. in Australia. Did you know that in Australia there are time zones that are by 45 minutes?
Yep.
No.
And they don't all sync up in order. There's like one that's
it's
here
insane.
and then one
It's
that's
absolutely
back in.
insane.
Did you know, while we're on the topic of time zones, fun fact, there is a part of Florida that is only 1 hour ahead of a part of Oregon.
Oregon. Yeah, that's true.
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I saw that on a map and my brain fell out of my ear.
Oh, good for them. Florida's crazy enough. You might as well throw that in there.
Yep.
Guys, where can people find you out on the socials? Are you
find
on
me-
the socials?
You find me anywhere at the Todd V.
Twitter, Jimmy _C08. Instagram, I think, might be my name. But that's about it.
I'm on Blue Sky mostly at the moment. Dano the Mano is where you can find me. At Lombardi's Bar is where you can find the show. Make sure you're following us on the YouTube side. If you're watching us on Twitter, give us a follow over there. We'll be back again next week, same time, same place, breaking down the Jets game. Until then, for producer Matt, behind the scenes, for everybody bringing it in the chat, we just see these view numbers going up and up. It's crazy to see you guys coming back to us in full force. Thank you so much. Really means a lot. So hopefully to see you guys back again next week, back in the chat again.
Probably
For
not.
Todd, for Jimmy, I'm your bartender Dan saying cheers. And as always, go Pack Go.
Go Pack Go.
You can hit the outro now, Matt. Now. That was the cue. Scene.
No.
Matt.
Incredible.
No.
Matt.